It is 8 a.m. on Wednesday, March 23rd, and I'm back in the Bay Area. And, well, finals are over, so that's why I'm back in the Bay. And to celebrate finals being over, I'm taking myself on a little transit adventure today. Should be a little bike adventure. Headed to Palo Alto to catch the 8:20 Baby Bullet to SF, and then I'll let you know from there. So, me and 200 of my newest best friends made it to San Francisco. Now it's time to bike to the Ferry building to catch the Larkspur ferry to Larkspur. The Central Subway is finally running. Part of the 3rd Street Bridge is closed right now because, well, some barges went into the side of it a couple days ago. Good times. Protected bike lanes. And made it. So I gave myself 40 minutes to get from Caltrain to the ferry, which is a little bit excessive, but because of the way schedules worked out, it is what it is. But now I'm just waiting out the next 15 minutes before the ferry to Larkspur. I take that to Larkspur, obviously, and then go on my little adventure from there. Go to Larkspur. And after a short while, I made it to Larkspur from the boat. It's about 10:18 right now, and according to the SMART train schedule, the next train to San Rafael departs at 10:56. So that's a 36-minute connection because, as I've complained about before, the distance between Larkspur Landing Ferry and Larkspur Landing train station is 1/3 of a mile. So I have to get to San Rafael. I don't want to wait another 40 minutes. It'll be faster for me to bike because I also have to make my bus at 11. This will also be faster than taking the train and would cause me to not miss my bus, so good going, Smart. Hello, Smart. Not very smart now, is it? So, as you can see, here is the SMART train and the SMART station. That's where the ferry terminal is. There's a whole lot of parking space over there. I just need someone, literally anyone, to explain to me how this makes sense. Why parking for the ferry is more important than an actual, like, easily accessible, not a 20-minute walk train station. Like, what also sucks is that this train is out of service, so no train for me. Guess it's just a little bike ride. At least there's a nice little bike trail. See, objectively, I love that SMART exists, and I do love riding the train, and I think it's a lot more useful and enjoyable than taking the 101 all the way up to Santa Rosa, but, like, it has the potential to be so much greater, and yet the bag gets consistently fumbled time and time again. Like, it's just really an indictment of America's terrible public transit system that, you know, this is what we get. But onwards on the bike path to San Rafael. And, like, I'm also not saying that I don't enjoy a good bike ride. Like, this path is pretty amazing considering that it parallels the tracks all the way until, well, almost all the way until San Rafael. And, like, I love a good bike ride. That's what this whole video is about. But, like, on the days that I don't have my bike ride, if I wasn't some 19-year-old with too much energy, that would suck. Because, like I said earlier, that train in there doesn't leave until 10:56. It gets into San Rafael at, like, 11:02. The bus that I'm trying to make leaves at 11 on the dot. So, and it only runs hourly. So if I was, say, an old person, I would have to catch the train. So I would get off the ferry, walk 1/3 of a mile, catch the train after waiting 40 whole minutes, then take it one stop up to San Rafael just to miss the bus, and have to wait for another 58 minutes. Anyone else see the problem here? Tunnel. And the problem that I described with, you know, having to bike from Larkspur to San Rafael in order to catch my bus isn't a unique one. Literally in my last video, I went through the same sort of problem where my train got to San Rafael Transit Center at, what was it? It was like 5:13, and I had 2 minutes to make it to the 101 bus. This is the only real way to make it into SF from San Rafael, like, on time, because the SMART suggested alternative is to take the ferry, but that requires a 30-minute wait, and the ferry takes significantly longer than the bus. So, like, it's kind of a mismatched, like, uncoordinated cluster, you know what, of transfers. And the passenger that assured me that I would make my transfer from SMART to the 101 on time told me that she'd done it many times before. That shouldn't be the case. Like, I'm glad that it works, but, like, it would be a difference of 5 minutes if Golden Gate and SMART could just coordinate their damn schedules. Like, it's not that hard. Going further, if it is actually that hard to coordinate the schedules just a little bit, we should be looking into why that is. Like, what problems are causing a minor 5-minute wait for a bus just to coordinate some schedules? Like, why is it so hard to do that? If it is hard, proper funding should be allocated into the transit systems, because mismanaged transfers and stupidly long waits cause people to distrust transit systems, and that's why people drive so damn much. And it just causes transit death spirals, especially after COVID, when people realize that, hey, driving might be more convenient than taking the bus or taking the train. It's sad. the end of the day, I'm glad SMART exists, and I'm glad that it, runs the service that it does. It's far better than when it started. But at the end of that day, the average user of public transit isn't some 19-year-old with too much time on his hands. It's people who depend on transit to survive. They have no other choice. So, SMART, do better. Transit in America needs to do better. Golden Gate Transit, Golden Gate Ferry, all of these agencies, every agency that I ever talk about, that I ever have a problem with, needs to do better. It's just how public transit is. Anyway, rant over, it's time to keep biking. Fight the power. Oh my god, it's a protected bike lane! I love how there's even trees. Made it to the transit center. There's the bus to Inverness, one that I've gotten on a couple times before. Not today, though. So, the bus that I'm here to take is the Route 233 that's going to take me to Santa Venetia, somewhere up in the San Rafael suburbs. And after a little while, here I am in very residential San Rafael, Estancia and Vendola. These is where the 233 dropped me off, and it's here that I'm going to go on a little bike ride. And the bike ride should be about 10 miles, and it'll take me back to the San Rafael Transit Center. So let's go. Yo, state park alert. I don't know how you can see the camera. Oh, there we go. State park alert. Found a bit of a trail shortcut that'll put me out on some residential roads instead of the big San Pedro Road. Or, I think it's called San Pedro Road. Onwards back towards San Rafael. This looks a little steep to ride, so I'm walking. I love how all the storms recently have caused these little, like, creeks to form next to the sidewalks. There's even a little waterfall. Time for the big boy road. Gross. So, what's a little bit frustrating is that here you can see there used to be bus service down this road. I say used to be because now there is none, and I must bike back to San Rafael on my own without having someone else do the driving for me. Rude. Anyway, there's the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. She cute. Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Okay, update. Starting to feel it now. Forgot what it's like to live in a place with hills. Onwards to San Rafael. So, now that I've finished my bike ride San Rafael edition, I think it's time to hop on the Route 580, and that's going to take me to the East Bay. So, time to get back to the transit center, hop on the 580, and that'll drop me off at El Cerrito del Norte. Now, whose bus is this? Retro vibes. I love the beautiful water feature San Rafael always so plentifully provides. And so the 580 brought me to El Cerrito del Norte BART, and my next mission is to get to Berkeley, but instead of taking BART like a rational, normal human being, I'm going to ride the Ohlone Greenway, a more entertaining ride that parallels the BART line all the way to Berkeley. So far, thoughts on the Greenway, my third bike ride of the day so far. It's pretty interesting. You can hear there's a train coming behind me right now, and I really like that you can just, like, you know, be right under the trains. It's cool. There it goes. Onwards towards Berkeley. Good morning, Albany. Albany branded 2 BART. Again, a train coming. is where the trains come out of the tunnel. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. And back onto residentials for a bit. So the goal of this bike ride once I get to Berkeley is to hop on the Route 65. This is a bus that's run using Van Hool baby buses, and it goes up into the Berkeley hills, and I really want to experience what it's like to ride a bus through those tiny residential streets. So hopefully, because the next one is leaving in a few minutes, I'll be able to make it. Made it to the bus stop in time. Now it's time to catch the baby bus up the hill to the Lawrence Hall of Science. There it is, the teeny tiny Van Hool itself. That is a route that can only be described as unhinged. Yeah, just absolutely throwing it up and down residential Berkeley streets to drop me off here at the Lawrence Hall of Science, which has an amazing view. So there's two different operating patterns of the 65. One that I rode goes to the Lawrence Hall of Science, and the other does even more crazy residential streets and stuff. So now I'm going to bike from the Lawrence Hall of Science to another stop along the residential section and catch the other service pattern back down towards downtown Berkeley. There's one of the Bear Transit buses. So, right here on this absolutely silent residential street, there's an AC Transit Route 65 sign. So, after a quick consult of Google Maps, I've determined that it's going to be another 24 minutes until the bus, and I don't want to wait 24 minutes here. And while I would love to see a bus like flying down this hill, I don't think it's in the books today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bike back down towards Berkeley. And for safety reasons, I will not be filming myself bombing a hill down Berkeley, so probably see you at the bottom. So here is where the 65 will turn left down this other tiny road. So I guess I'll follow it. This route does not look like a really fun drive, but it's a pretty fun ride. So this is where the 65 continues that way. I will be going down the hill that way. Bye, Prius. Oh boy. This looks fun. So, I'm almost back to campus. Note that I didn't record most of that ride because, well, I'm trying not to die. Yeah, good ride. Very fast. My next plan is to get to campus to UC Berkeley campus to catch the Route F that's going to take me back to the Salesforce Transit Center, to SF. Pretending to be a student to use their bathrooms. Fair Transit and a bendy bus. Wow, fancy. There's a bendy Van Hool. And my bus right behind it. Berkeley for a bit, on the F back to San Francisco, and yeah, I think it's time to start heading home. So I'm on this for another hour-ish. They'll drop me off at the Salesforce Center, and then I can figure out how to get home from there. So, the F brought me to Salesforce Transit Center, and now it's time to bike to Caltrain. Protected bike lanes. Made it. And after something like 5 different bike rides, my big adventure is over. It was really nice to see like a different angle to places that I'd seen before. Thank you for coming along with me as I absolutely destroyed my legs, and I will see you again next time. Bye.